guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Today's video, as the title says, is going to be about DIYs. It's a video that I've been trying to make for a while. I don't know if you know that, but I love DIYs. I love creating things and I love coming up with ideas. Sometimes I get inspired and sometimes it's just like an idea that I have in mind or this picture that I have in mind, and I try to bring it out into life. I guess I got that from my dad. I've always liked doing that. I liked painting, I like creating things, I liked art in general. So for today's video, I made 3 DIYs which I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and I hope you guys like it. Go ahead, like and subscribe for more videos. Let me know if you guys like this kind of videos. I love DIYs and I love sharing. For the first project, what I need is only few canvas, white canvas, and paint and brushes. In this project, I actually have 2 canvas that I want to paint, and for these arts I chose abstract art, and I got inspired by Pinterest. I know everyone loves Pinterest. Who doesn't love Pinterest? And I was looking at all these kind of like popular ones, and what is good about it is that you can always change colors depending on what color palette that you're gonna be working on in your space. For this art, what I chose these colors that are kind of like terracotta, because I always like this terracotta color. I was thinking of going with the living room makeover after, and maybe like in fall, and those colors are gonna be perfect for fall season. For this first painting, what I did, I started with a pencil to have an idea of how it's going to be looking like, if I'm gonna like it or not. But if you guys are adventurous, go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna go also on the edges. I'm going to color the edges too. Here, like with the brush, you can use any a little bit bigger brush. If you want the sides like to be like details, you can use a small brush, and there is also a foam brush that you can use it if you want like that even kind of look, but I like it this way. With this part here. Now we're going to do the other color, which is coral. It is so pretty. I actually had to do it to paint it twice with like 2 coats of paint. So between the 2 coats, I let my canvas dry a little bit before I started with the second coat. Because I just went to the basement and I found this pretty color that we have here. So I'm gonna try to find a way to incorporate this one with these. Then I made the choice of where I wanted those dots. You can always choose whatever you want, and that's the fun thing about abstract art, is that you can do whatever you want and it makes it personalized and it makes it your own art. You can add small, big, they don't have to be all the same size. So here guys, you can always add things if you want. For example, I'm thinking if I should add like a black line that goes in here, or you can always like splash the paint around it. You can do so many things and they all end up looking so good. The second painting I got actually inspired these rainbows that we can see everywhere right now. When you go on Pinterest, I saw a lot of people DIY with clay on their potteries, pillows, throw pillows. You can also see them in wallpaper. I thought that was really cute, so I went with that one. And what I did in the beginning, make sure to measure so that your rainbow will be in the middle of your canvas. So for me, I started doing those lines. I know they're not perfect or anything like that, or anything closer to that, but just like to have an idea. After that, I went ahead and I erased them with the eraser. I erased them and just had like a really sight. I just had a sight of how it will look like. And then I just played with my colors. Also, in this kind of art, you can always choose a different brush, dependent of how thick you want the colors to be in your rainbow. So I just chose the small one because my canvas is not that big, so it was perfect for my art. So I took this color here that I have and I added some white to it so that I have a lighter shade. I'm gonna do like lighter, darker, lighter. So I'm going to start with this one. For here, you can go ahead directly right after it and then do the other line, or leave a little bit of a space. So for me, I think I'm gonna leave a little bit of a space, like a small line, white line. So it's going to be like this. Yeah, I prefer it this way. Obsessed with the look of how it looks now. It's really what I imagined. It's even better from what I imagined, so I'm so happy with the result. And if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and see the final look. For the second project, I have this Ikea pot, like a plunger, that I got from Ikea. It's just that it's really plain. It's all plain white, and it had those like kind of like stripes around it there in the bottom. So what I was thinking is I could use those lines and then paint them with the same colors that I used for my rainbow, and it kind of like will match and have the same vibe as the art. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys and leave it very real here. Sometimes with this kind of project, you use something, you try, and then sometimes you don't like it, you redo it. It's just sometimes some DIYs really, they don't come up the way you want them to, but it's okay. But for me, like honestly, I tried that and then the next day I just didn't like the way it looked. So what I did here, I took a tape and I put it around the planner so that I can have half of it one color, and it's just like have two colors. And I wanted to use that burnt orange that I have, but because it is round, it's kind of hard to have that line, crisp line around it. So what I had to do, sometimes I have to cut the tape and then redo it again. I went ahead and I painted the whole thing with one color. I actually had to put 3 coats of the paint to finally have the look that I was looking for. So at the end, I really liked the result. Like, it looks exactly the way I wanted it. Yeah, the first one was just like a no for me, but the second one I totally like it because it also matches the furniture that I have, or like the other decors that I have. So it was a win, you guys. If you guys are ready, let's go ahead and see the final look. Let's go ahead to the third DIY. So we all love good, cute throw pillows. It's just that sometimes they kind of get very expensive, or you don't really find what you want. So for me, what I did, I had these Ikea pillow cover, a throw pillow cover, and it was kind of like, I like the beige, just like a dark beige in it, but it just was kind of like too dark for me. And I wanted to have it a little bit lighter, but with a little bit more character to it, kind of cute. And I know a lot of people have just like those plain ones with one color, and they want to incorporate some other colors with it. So this is one of the ideas that I had. I tried to go on Pinterest to try to find some ideas of how I can make this pillow cuter, but I didn't find something that would work for me, or what would work with everything I have. For here, guys, what we need is a yarn. I chose this yarn. It was a kind of like cream color, and I wanted to make these tassels that will be going on the corner of the pillows. So first of all, let's see how to make those tassels with our yarn. So here what I did, I took a yarn and I took a cup. You can always use a cup, or you can use a board or a card or anything, depending on how big or how long your tassel you want them to be. So what I did, I went around the cup like 150 or 160 times, because I wanted my tassel to be a little bit thick and big, not those like really tiny thin one. And then you take it out of the cup, so you cut it at that time, you take a long piece of yarn and you go through that circle that you made, and you make a knot. So I put it in between, and I got it here on the top. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make a knot. You can choose to cut this first, or to take another piece of yarn and bring it around here. For me, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut this first. Brush this hair, and then take another piece of yarn and put it around it. So then we have our tassel. I wanted to design the middle of the pillow, so I used the yarn, but I used this glue in the beginning, and it did not work on my yarn. It didn't stick the yarn on the pillow. So what I did, I just used my needle to sew it a little bit on the edges, and then once I got the hot glue, I started hot gluing it there. But then it just didn't look the way I wanted. And then I went to Home Depot and I got this kind of cotton rope. It was with the other ropes there, and it just like matches. I like the color, the cream color that it has. So I was thinking I would use this instead of the yarn. So I tried in the other pillow, and as you can see here, I took it and I started gluing it, hot gluing it there. At the beginning, I left some gaps between the first lines, and as I got deeper into the center, I was not leaving any gap. It does take some time, but it was really worth it. I liked the way it looked, and then at the end I went and I redid my other pillow that I used the yarn for, and I'm just obsessed with the look. Daniel actually loved the result, so if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and see the final look. You guys, I hope you liked today's video. I'm obsessed with every single one of these DIYs that I had today, and if you guys like them, please comment down below. If you guys want me to do more of these kind of videos, I will be so happy to do these because I do enjoy them too. And I hope you guys like it. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed yet for more videos to come, and I'm going to see you next time.